BookTube, it's Missy, and today is October 1st. So excited! Nobody told me if they wanted me to dress up either in costume or make monster faces in makeup on my face, so I will just, play it by ear. If you think that's a good idea, let me know down below. So, before I get started on my October TBR, because I know you guys want to know what I'm going to read, I finally, where'd it go? I finally got that last thrift books package that was stuck in Florida forever. And so I'm just going to open it up really quick, so this will be a very tiny unboxing, just so that way you guys can see the rest of the books. This still counts for September. I'm not adding this to my October book haul. Alright, so like I told you guys before, I bought Deadly Little Secrets, and then I got the rest of them from my library. They were $1 each, and this one was like $3.49, so I kind of wish I would have been able to buy all of them. But I like the fact that I have most of this series in paperback. Maybe one day I can find the paperback version of the second book and replace it. The next book that I bought is The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. Now, this is the first book in this series. I own the second and the third book, but those are actually companion novels. I believe these books are about zombies, and it's in pretty good shape, so I'm excited to own all three of them now, so I can actually get started on this series. The next book that I bought is called Indelible by Dawn Metcalf, and this is the first book in the Twixt trilogy. The thing that made me want to buy this book is just this little sentence that I read in the synopsis, and it says, Joy Malone learns this the night she sees a stranger with all black eyes across a crowded room. I mean, I don't even care. If I'm going to see a scary boy across the room with just full black eyes, like demon eyes, I want to read you. And all of the books in this series have this kind of little symbol in the middle. So this one's a rose. I believe the second one has a knight, like a chess knight with like a horse head on it. I don't remember what the third one has, but I liked the cover and I can't wait to read it. And it's in pretty good condition for the most part. So, yay! So those were the three books that I have been waiting for. That was my little baby mini haul. Now on to my TBR. So first of all, I'm going to share with you, they're all in my bag. I'm going to just bring them down here. I'm going to separate them just a tad because I am buddy reading this month with Penelope from Penelope's Picks. And so we're going to read a few books together, and then I'm going to read the rest alone. So we are planning on reading Joe Hill's Horns. I'm so excited to read this book, and the movie comes out soon. I can't remember exactly the date it comes out, but this is supposed to be really, really good. I got this for $1 at the Dollar Tree. I'm telling you, people, check that store out if you ever just randomly pass it, because they have good dollar books in there. Anyways, we're starting it this weekend, Friday hopefully, so I can't wait to start it. The next book that we are planning on buddy reading is the first book in the Hannibal Lecter series, and that's called The Red Dragon by Thomas Harris. I, of course, have watched Silence of the Lambs, and Hannibal Lecter is scary as shit, and I cannot wait to start this book. Horror to the nth degree. Alright, and then we also are going to be reading The Diviners by Libba Bray. Now, I've had this on my bookshelf since January, so 9 months. I have not picked this up. I have been planning on reading it the entire time, but every time I put it on my TBR, it just doesn't get read because it is so big. This is a paranormal ghost book, and so it fits the theme of Halloween. Halloween could be really scary, but it also can be supernatural as well. And so I cannot wait to read this book. Hopefully we read this as soon as we finish Horns because it is such a big book. I don't want to start this towards the end of the month. That would be really bad. Alright, and then we may or may not read Asylum together. Penelope does own this book, but I don't know if it's going to be on her list or not. But I am excited to read it. It's got all of those creepy pictures in it. I love asylums, so I really, really, really need to start this book like ASAP. So we have Asylum and also the sequel, Sanctum, and I do have the novella on my Kindle, which is Scarlet. So, yay! I'm just really, really excited to read these two books. Alright, I also have Breed by Chase Novak, and I know that Laini Taylor had the author blurps top 5 a few weeks ago, and I wanted to find this book and I couldn't find it for a little bit, but I mean, this was the main one. This would have been my #1 pick because it says the best horror novel I've read since Peter Straub's Ghost Story, by turns terrifying and blackly funny, by Stephen King. And so you all know how much I love Stephen King. So I really cannot wait to read this book. Alright, 4 more books on my list. I did borrow Welcome to the Dark House from the library. So this one I have to read soon because it is due. And this is from Lori Faria Stollertz. So I can't wait to read this. There is a girl on the cover standing next to a carousel. So we'll see if the carousel is haunted or not. I don't know, but I'm excited to read it. Alright, and if I'm able to get through all of these books, which I hope I can, I'm going to then pick up Lock and Key, the 2nd volume, which is called Head Games by Joe Hill and Gabriel Rodriguez. This is a graphic novel, and oh my gosh, that's the same page I showed you guys the last time with the bloody bathtub. So I can't wait to read it. It's going to be exciting. And graphic novels and mangas are really fast reads for me. So in between all of these books, if I feel even slightly slumpy, I'm going to throw in some mangas in between so I can keep up my reading for this month. The last 2 books on my list are extremely tiny books. I have The House of Dead Maids by Claire B. Dunkel. It is super tiny. It's only 150 pages long, so this should be a piece of cake. And then I also have Crawlers, which I'm really excited to read, by Sam Enthoven. Crawlers. So 10 books altogether, and if I go into a slump, I will then pick up a couple mangas. I have the Kurosagi Corpse Delivery one. I have The Drifting Classroom, and I also have Peristyle. So these are all horror mangas, and these are all first volumes to each series. I want to be extremely productive. I will pick up The Year of Shadows by Claire Legrand. This is the other middle grade book that she wrote, and I'm excited to read it. So that is my October TBR. What are you guys reading for this month? Is it going to be scary and Halloween themed, or are you just gonna read what you normally read on any other given day. So let me know down below if you've read any of these books. I always like to hear from you guys. And thanks for watching. I will talk to you very soon. Bye!